there! Today, all we have is now, and the hard-learned lesson of letting go. First, here's a thought. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Well, welcome in, my bleary-eyed friend, and I got a new computer with a new camera, so it's either going to be wonderful or extremely scary. Anyway, let's do this together. Two things people are talking about today. The Oscars, which I will have watched after shooting this vlog, and we'll cover a few aspects of the show this week in the Gracefully and Frankly podcast with Lisa Brandt and me. And of course, the second thing is time. I used to hate the Monday after we put our clocks ahead with the heat of 1,000 suns. When you get up in the middle of the night, that hour makes a lot of difference, and my body clock would take like a week to adjust. That being said, I'm not going to complain about it because nobody has asked me if we should do the clock thing or not. And there are enough opinions out there on changing time that you don't need mine. But I do want to talk about the concept of time. Now on Facebook Saturday, I posted this picture. It is about now, obviously, and how it's the only time we have. I've been thinking a lot about time lately, especially the time I spent away and the time I wasted worrying about whether my friends were having a good time. And in the days since Lisa and I discussed a piece on this very thing on our podcast, how ensuring everyone in the room, or say even the lineup at the grocery store, is not being bothered by anything, especially anything related to what I might be doing. It's not my responsibility, not my superpower. I can't stop thinking about it. It's a really eye-opening concept, and it shakes up what those of us who grew up in either volatile or uncertain surroundings have ingrained in our DNA. Am I doing enough to make sure my mom isn't upset? What was that sigh about? Is she mad I'm reading while she's vacuuming? If I take too long finding my store discount app on my phone, is the guy behind me going to be angry? Is everybody at the dinner party okay with the music, the presentation, the meal? See, this is why some people are easy, gracious hosts who regularly have guests over. But I'm not that person. And you know what? I think it's cost me some possible friendships here on Vancouver Island. One couple inadvertently intimidate me so much with their high-end coffee maker. And I'm talking like new car expensive high-end. And their particular wine tastes that I couldn't bear to have them over to reciprocate their two invitations in case I didn't measure up. I know how ridiculous that sounds. So I ask myself and you, at what age do we decide it just doesn't matter? It is not our responsibility to shake off the fear of not fitting in, meeting a certain standard, or keeping the peace in uncertain surroundings. I don't know, but it's exhausting. And that's been the message, my message this week, with pieces of wisdom driving home that message almost daily in my inbox. Mistakenly thinking I have that superpower of making everyone happy all the time has cost me precious time and the chance to really make memories. Now, on the other hand, in my defense, my job as MC, hosting a day-long event, as I did last Thursday for a large company group here in Victoria, BC, is exactly the thing I'm saying I should let go of. I'm actually hired to make sure that everyone is having a good time. But it's the difference between me taking responsibility if the buffet isn't good, and it was, and just handling my own job, what I say, how I handle screw-ups big and small in the moment. Have I spent the last 3 or 4 days thinking of things I could have done better at the event? Of course. If you don't improve. You welcome feedback, which I'm happy to say has been 100% positive, but you use any feedback as fuel to be better. But unlike a recorded show where you can go back and edit, and believe me, occasionally Lisa or I will say, yeah, that may have been over the line, or that could have been better. Let's take it out. Let's do it again. It was live and in the moment, and nothing that happened can be changed. It's why we all have just now. We move forward, knowing it's never too late to change for the better. We can alter our opinions, growing as compassionate and intelligent humans, and learn from our mistakes. And most of all, we can remember the words of that Stoic again, Marcus Aurelius. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Sure beats hating the clocks going ahead, doesn't it? Have a good week. There's a brand new drift story for you tomorrow at drift-with-Erin-Davis.simplecast.com. It's Raggedy Ann Learns a Lesson, and I think you'll like it. And episode 11 of Gracefully and Frankly is getting ready for you on Thursday. Grab a mug of something and we'll talk to you then. Thank you.